Hi everyone, welcome back and Supreme Being. After quite of a long break, we are back. Well, I'm back. Andrew is still working on our kitchen. We are almost done and we were just in a rush before the call comes. But I want to start with some exciting news about our next workshop. Which will be on the 12th of November. That's a Sunday. We figure out that Sundays are probably the most peaceful days for everybody, and it would give you the opportunity to participate. And the topic this time will be the fake twin flame, or more like how to make a difference between the real and the fake twin flame. Of course, it is the heart that can do that generally, and it's individual for everyone, but we know very well that the mind likes to step in and to interfere a lot, and based on everything that we have learned from meeting other people and even our previous lives before meeting each other, because we had similar experiences, we gathered up our knowledge in one, and we would like to share this with you. During the workshop, you can also ask your questions, and the price is very symbolic, so that it is affordable for everyone, and we really hope to see you there. Now, today I really would like to speak about the true role of the divine feminine energy. Probably we speak mostly about the divine feminine energy because there's more divine feminine counterparts looking how to step into union rather than divine feminine, and it's understandable that because of this people speak more about the divine feminine energy. But I really want to specify what the role is, how I envision it, especially as a projector coming from the human design point, how I see through energy and what I envision, what in my experience has come to be really the most successful. When I am doing this, it is generally always great for both of us. But when I'm not in my role, things always go backwards. And based on all this experience, I would like to share this with all of you, divine feminism. And not only, it's essential for the twin flame journey as a whole. Because when one of the counterparts is not doing their individual mission, then it's very difficult for the union as well to happen. There's always obstacles, and it takes time until we find our way. Now, what really is the true role of the divine feminine? It is actually to multiply, and I'm going to explain what exactly I mean. We, as feminine, divine feminine energy, we are here to multiply energy. I've never thought about this before until I actually came across human design, and I went to study a little bit deeper, and then combining this with our knowledge of the twin flame and the yin yang energies, and generally all the things we have been learning, the energy healing, it really makes sense that the feminine counterpart is really here to multiply energy. I will give you a very basic example, and this is the most beautiful thing that happens between the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy, and this is making love. In the process of making love, it is the divine masculine that gives, and the divine feminine accepts, right? So the divine feminine takes, let's say. She is the receiver. But not only this, because the true role of making love, what nature has given us, the result of this is having a child, a continuation of the generations, right? And the child grows in the womb of the divine feminine. And this is probably the best example that in the most material way that we can imagine, and at the same time the most beautiful, that the divine feminine takes this energy from the divine masculine and multiplies it to create a whole new generation. And it's so beautiful, the whole process of all this, right? If we take this example based on it and we apply it on every single situation in our lives, we will actually achieve much more in our twin flame journey, and not only, generally in life. Because what is here the divine feminine for to be? She's the gentle counterpart. She's the caring. It's almost like a hiding place, the divine feminine energy, because the divine masculine gives protection, but the divine feminine gives warmth in the whole process of this connection. And there's something very symbolic about this, because we call ourselves twin flames, right? The flame is the fire, the warmth. And it is the divine feminine that keeps the fire going. So the divine masculine gives the initial blaze for the fire to start, but the divine feminine is the one to keep the fire going, to keep the warmth going. And we should really focus on this, my beautiful divine feminine. The more we work on this, the more things will become more and more prolific. They will flourish. When the divine feminine is not in her true, in their true role, what happens is that the whole divine union starts to get robbed from energy, get robbed by other people around, by situations, by everything, because there's no multiplication. But if the multiplication keeps on going, there is no way energy can be robbed, because it just keeps on reproducing and reproducing itself. There's many ways to do that, but I would say, in my experience, also with working with so many people before, even before meeting Andre, that was my main job. I worked with thousands and thousands, like probably hundreds of thousands of people. And I always felt that the best way to deal with people, to make them feel happy, is to give them understanding, to give them support, to provide them a caring hand, to listen to them. Because that's what people most of all need. Everybody needs to be heard. Everybody needs to be understood. Everybody needs to be loved. And if we as divine feminine energies give this to our counterpart, we're going to flourish in an amazing, amazing connection. Because this also means honesty and faithfulness, loyalty, most of all. This really opens up the heart chakra. Big times, guys. And I can promise you that even the most angry person out there, giving them all these conditions, they will calm down. Sooner or later, it does happen. It does. And it's beautiful to observe this. And not only this, but this recharges backwards the divine feminine counterpart as well. There's nothing more beautiful in this, to give amazing vibes and to receive amazing vibes back. Yes, sometimes the negativity that we meet, there's oppression as well, you know, but this should not stop us, this should not discourage us, because if we go that direction, we're stepping out of our mission, of our main goal, what we are here for. And we are here to inspire. Through inspiration comes multiplication. And this is how we create. That's actually what artists use. They multiply energy. They grab something and they make something almost insignificant, and they make something extraordinary out of it. And in this way, they multiply energy for many people, not just for one person. Because when we go to see an exhibition afterwards, how many people pass through all these arts that have been created, and we all come out super recharged, and the sensation is amazing. So the divine feminine is the artist, the creator, and that's what we should aim for. I love you very, very much, everyone, not just the divine feminine, the divine masculine. And I really hope to see you on our next workshop. If you missed the previous ones, you can get them at discounted price. You just don't have the ability to ask your questions, but you can still watch them, and I think you would love them as well. See you soon, guys.